of the compounds which are having basically organic in nature. So organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbonic compounds which are simply methane, DNA, urea, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane, insecticide, penicillin, nicotine, aspirin. We have seen all of these compounds and they are generally organic compounds containing carbon. Okay, but we cannot claim this carbonate, cyanide, and bicarbonate because these compounds cannot be basically organic one because they are considered under the category of inorganic compounds. So in this respect, we have visited this scientist, Friedrich Waller, who was the first person to identify the urea in the year 1828. So he could discover the urea from this. Basically, it is also an organic compound from ammonia by heating of ammonium cyanate. So ammonium cyanate is again somehow inorganic compound, right? So then we have seen several properties of periodic table that you people might be remembering that Mendeleev was the first person that who has given this kind of periodic table. Okay, so he has given periodic table in his time. So that periodic table was having limited number of elements, only 5, 10, 15, 20. But this periodic table, which is as of now, which contains more than 118 number of elements. So these numbers are quite big numbers. So maybe some of the periodic tables here which contains 111. तो ये तो 2005 का periodic table है, but if we refer to 2020, so there are 118 elements in periodic table. Many of the other elements which will be discovered in the future. Maybe 5 साल 10 साल बाद ये 111, 118 आगे चल के 125, 35 तक पहुंच जा सकते हैं. Fine. Then 6 carbon 12. Our focus is 6 carbon 12, which is carbon. We are dealing with organic chemistry, and organic chemistry is generally having dealing with the carbonic compounds, the organic compounds. You people, there are so many other things which we discuss about organic and inorganic compounds, in which this is more important. What is called, what is the difference between organic compound and inorganic? Right? So organic compounds are generally having covalent bonds, which are made up through the orbital sharing or hybridization kind of the things. Okay. But inorganic compounds are generally having ionic bonds. These ionic bonds may be between Na plus Cl minus. So they are making the ionic bond. Although covalent bond is a more stronger bond, sometimes ionic bond is also kind of stronger bond. How? For example, the melting point of sodium chloride that is beyond 800 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that way these ionic bonds are considered as a more stronger bond. But inorganic compounds being having several ions, so they also get solubilized in water. This is one of the property of these compounds. Okay, so they are soluble in water, whereas organic compounds are insoluble in water. Ions are good conductors of electricity. That's why they can conduct the electricity because of their charge particles, cations and anions are present in themselves. Hence, they can conduct the electricity. But organic compounds cannot conduct the electricity. Another difference we have seen that is the flammability. Yes. So organic compounds are generally flammable in nature, but inorganic compounds are inflammable. So it is difficult to catch the fire by sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate. Petroleum products easily catch the fire. That is the case for organic compounds. So friends, with respect to that, just up to this we have covered, and there are so many other things which we will not cover. But this is more important. Functional groups. Functional groups are considered handles for molecules to interact. How? For example, if you want to drive the car, So if I drive the car towards the north from Ahmedabad, I may reach to Jammu Kashmir. So that is through the driving, the to just steering of the car. The same car may reach to Kanyakumari. Instead of going to the north, may go to the south. So what is that? Only the key is the handle. आपका हैंडल है वो किस दिशा में जाता है उस पे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस है. जैसे कि समटाइम इट इज सेड दैट जैसा करोगे संग वैसा लगेगा रंग. The man is known by the friendship friends he keeps, or the friendship he keeps. Not only men, women are also known by the friendship they keep. Okay, so with respect to this, your handle is more important. ये जैसा आपका डायरेक्शन होगा वहां पे आप मूव हो जाओगे. If we consider methane, so methane is having no any handle. Methane is less reactive in these circumstances. But if we have methanol, we know the formula of methanol is CH3OH. Right? So that OH, CH3OH is the key factor where hydroxyl group is present. Because of this, is having a handle. Hydroxyl group is a handle. Why hydroxyl group is a handle? Because it can make hydrogen bonds, where the intermolecular hydrogen bonds means where one methanol molecule can make hydrogen bond with other methanol molecules. That is possible. Then we may have intramolecular hydrogen bond, intermolecular hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond क्या है वो भी हम पढ़ेंगे. But the point is to tell only the functional group is a key criteria for this kind of properties. So जैसे OH है, what is that OH? OH is basically two kinds of atoms, oxygen and hydrogen. मीथेन में CH3OH डाल दो तो कंप्लीट एक्टिविटी इज चेंज. वो नॉर्थ में जाना था और OH लगा दिया तो साउथ में चले गए. मीथेन के पास हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड नहीं था पर OH लगा दिया तो हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बन गया. That is the functional group. And functional group really is a handle to deal with the molecule. How? We know there are several functional groups. Already you people have visited during your schooling, in your 11th and 12th science, or maybe during before that, even in your 10th also. For example, you might have visited so-called this aldehydes, carbonyl compounds, which are having carbonyl functional group. So they are having also such kind of properties. These properties are different from those of carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid generally possess COOH. And amides, CONH2, they are having some other different properties. Then we may have, let us say, uh, acidic anhydrides. So properties are further different. So that way we can claim that atom or group of atoms. But if we consider atom, then halogens are the kinds of functional groups. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Each and every have different chemical properties as well as different physical properties. जैसे the fluorine that exists in a gas. Chlorine, so chlorine is available in the, sometimes we can have chlorine water. Bromine water, when Dipen sir will teach you the preparation of bromine water, that is you also using saturation and unsaturation state. Means whether the compound is saturated or whether the compound is unsaturated. To determine this, these kinds of taste are useful. Bromine water. Iodine, so iodine is solid. Brown color, yellow is solid compound. Iodine. तो चेंज हो गया ना. फ्लोरीन इज गैसियस, बीच में जो है वो लिक्विड, और आयोडीन इज solid. That way, it may be either a single atom, only one atom, halogen, and or maybe group of atoms, aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acid, anhydride. All of them are group of atoms, which can have several physical and chemical properties. So chlorine की जो property है that is different from chlorine, that is different from iodine, may be different from other kinds of compounds. Okay, so that way we wish to claim these compounds as functional groups. Now look at this slide. This slide is having some functional groups, such as carbon-carbon double bond. This called as alkene, and it is having suffix or prefix ene. This is the structure of ethene, and having the systematic name is ethene, but common name is hydrogen. Okay. Now, what is the functional group here? Reactive handle, carbon-carbon double bond. So, considering this case of carbon-carbon double bonds different from the properties of another molecule. Maybe let us say carbon-carbon triple bond. When one carbon is connected with other carbon through three bonds, that is called alkyne. Okay. So that way alkyne is having different compound. एक bond का addition कर दिया and it will have suffix by-ene. So that is ethyne having this kind of name. Common name is SSCE. Okay. Then alcohol. Already we have discussed methanol, ethanol, propanol. तो सबके पीछे OL जुड़ जाता है. That is because of hydroxy functional groups. Ether, haloalkane, and amine. You know very well. You have learned the IUPAC names of so many compounds. Methoxyethane, ethoxyethane, ethoxypropane, whatsoever. They are ethereal compounds where oxygen is present this in their structure. Then haloalkane, halogens are present. So it is only a single atom, not a group of atoms. Single atom is also can be a functional group. Chlorine, F, C chlorine, Cl, bromine, Br, iodine, then I. So they are also a kind of functional groups. When it comes to the amine, so what are the amines? So basically amines are maybe primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine. Primary amine क्यों? Because on an NH is connected with only one kind of alkyl group. That's why it is primary amine. It is connected with two alkyl groups. It is called secondary amine. And if it is connected with three alkyl groups, nitrogen में amine का जो nitrogen है, if it is connected with three nitrogens, it is called tertiary amine. All they are functional groups. Now the functional group and their IUPAC names, which will be taught to you people by Dr. Dipen Sureja. So Dipen sir will teach you the IUPAC names of this class of compounds. Any one of you from the class know the IUPAC full form of IUPAC? What do you mean by IUPAC?
International Union of Purified and
Applied chemistry.
Applied Chemistry. Yes.
Purified word नहीं होता है, it is pure word. Purified का मतलब है अपने जो
Yes.
refined, purified वो type नहीं. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Applied chemistry means, what is the meaning of applied chemistry? Means the chemistry which is there, but it is having so many applications. Just like organic chemistry is there. Organic chemistry is also used in somehow dye industry. Dyes are there. Methylene blue, orange, methyl orange, they are the dyes, chemical dyes. Even there are so many azo dyes are there. All they are kinds of, although chemistry is also there, dye industry. That is called applied chemistry. और भी बहुत सारी chemistry है, green chemistry, where people are learning green alternatives. Instead of trying the reaction in particular one solvent, they are trying the reaction in water. Water has been considered as a green solvent. Okay, so with respect to that, chemistry is a lot of branches of chemistry. Okay, so friends, these are the common functional groups: aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, ester, and amide. What is the common feature of all of this? The common feature is all are having carbonyl functional groups. Aldehyde, that is having CO functional group, having the name Al and prefix the name ethanol. Ketone is that having a ketone functional group CO and having a systematic name propanol. It is acetone. Carboxylic acid, double O function group. Ethanoic acid is the common name, systematic name for this. It is in common name is acetic acid. Methyl methanoate or acetic and ester is there, which is for APC name. Common name is methyl. Amide is basically CONH, but here it is ethanamide having CONH2. So all these are basically amides. Okay, so that is what's so called organic chemistry. Now I shall stop my sharing here onwards, and I'm jumping to what is called whiteboard. So I'm also sharing one link in your chat box. Hopefully, all of you will be, if you click on that link, you shall be able to see the whiteboard. So link is already there. So you people can click on that link and can go to the whiteboard so that you can do it. Okay. Fine. So I'm going to draw one structure on your workspace. So, is it visible this? Confirm that if it is visible or not.
Sir, it says request access.
Because you have joined using non-LMCP email ID. That's why.
No, sir, this is LMCP email ID.
Fine. Then what I will do, I will share my entire screen with you. Hopefully, now it will be available. Yes. So, what is the structure? Is this now? It will. Is it visible there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
ये कौन सा structure है?
Benzene.
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 That for all, this is a compound which is benzene. तो ये benzene है तो फिर ये क्या है? If I am going to draw this,
Cyclohexane.
तो थोड़ा पतंग जैसा बन गया है because I am using mouse and this, but it is cyclohexane. उसके अंदर ड्रॉ कर देता हूँ. क्या है?
Benzene.
Benzene.
This is also benzene. This is also benzene. So how come it is true? How come a compound is having two structures?
Resonance.
So this circle is shown due to resonance. Like the bond keeps moving, so it's circular.
This thing was first observed by scientist August Kekuli. August Kekuli was the person that he first of all discovered uh, it's uh, in the years maybe later on. He was the first person to identify the structure of this. Okay. Then there are so many kinds of, basically this is made up of carbon. And we know that it is nothing but generally C6 and H6. So C6H6 is the common formula for this kind of compound. Okay. And it is an aromatic compound. The meaning of aromatic, ये किसने aromatic का मतलब पता है? What is that? Is aromatic compound? Hello, come anyone from the class? Aromatic compound?
They have a pleasant smell.
Yeah. So aromatic compound is this terminology which contains the term what is called aroma. So aroma is basically means some smell. The smell भी उतना भी खराब नहीं, but it is a pleasant kind of smell. Smell which people will feel interesting. People will feel to love this kind of smell. બહાર આપણે કંઈક જઈએ અને મસ્ત સુગંધ આવતી હોય, so that kind of smell. Okay, so these all compounds are having this smell, fragrance. That's why they are termed as aromatic compounds. Okay, benzene was this one of the compounds which has been first discovered by the scientist August. Not only that, there are several allotropes of the carbon. We are more interested in the carbon. So what are the allotropes? Bahru, જેને ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ. And these are generally, you might have heard the name of this 360 bulk
Choline, bulk fullerene.
flaring. Okay. That is basically called as a buckyball. नाम तो सुना होगा, ठीक है? So that is also a kind of allotrope of the carbon. Graphite is another allotrope of the carbon. Allotrope means which can exist in multiple forms. That is for carbon. Okay. So जो pencil हम लिखते हैं, with the help of pencil we are writing dark black color. So the word is that pencil is made up of graphite. Graphite is the also a kind of allotrope of carbon. So friends, considering this carbon, there are several allotropes. If you remember, then this after graphite, another allotrope of carbon is this. I wish to talking about
Diamond.
Yes, very correct. Diamond is also a allotrope of the carbon. If you go to Surat, then there are so many diamond industries. They are polishing the diamonds. કોઈને ખબર હોય તમે તળિયા મારવા, મથાળા મારવા, marquise, and there are so many ways to polish the diamond. The diamond is obtained either from the deep of the rivers or deep of the land, certain places. So that diamond is obtained. That diamond is a raw type of the diamond. And people are polishing that diamond. So they are giving certain shapes, designs to such diamonds. And that diamond looks much more good. And one more allotrope of the carbon is also there, but that is not considered as allotrope, but it is several forms of the carbons are available, just like coal. In Gujarati માં કહીએ તો કોલસો. That is also one of the, but it may be around graphite, but people do not consider coal as that kind of this. These are the allotropes of the carbons, and they are having other properties. Diamond is one of the allotrope. It is considered as a more stronger material. And even sometimes it is difficult to break. डायमंड को आप मुंह में डालो तो चबा नहीं पाओगे, आपके दांतों में उतनी ताकत नहीं होगी. ग्रेफाइट में होगी. ग्रेफाइट मुंह में डालो और दबा दो। छोटे बच्चे होते हैं तो पेंसिल मुंह में डाल के ग्रेफाइट ही खाने लगते हैं कभी कभी। दैट वे ग्रेफाइट इज ब्रिटल, भटकनु છે, ભટકી જાય, તૂટી જાય. Diamond is enough strong, cannot break the diamond easily. એને પોલિશિંગ કરવામાં કોઈને મમ્મી પપ્પા જો હીરા કામમાં હોય તો એમને ખ્યાલ હોય છે, ઘંટીની મદદથી જ્યારે પેલા પકડ લઈને જ્યારે કરે છે ત્યારે ડાયમંડ પોલિશિંગ થાય છે. And it is polished from the top bottom, then it is given the shape. That diamond that is a kind of a cheap or priceless material. So that is તમારી પાસે કેટલા પૈસા હોય એના કરતા કેટલા ડાયમંડ છે એનું વધારે ઇમ્પોર્ટન્સ. This is the way that carbon is more. Okay. So this I generally wish to discuss with you regarding. So now we have to, after this carbon, we have to move to the several kinds of the types of the bonds. Several types of the bonds are known. So we are moving to basic organic chemistry, where we are learning what are the key basic concepts for organic chemistry. ये हम बहुत बड़ा बिल्डिंग बनाए उससे पहले बहुत जरूरी है हमारे लिए कि we must have to learn what is called covalent bond and what is called. Okay. So considering this, several types of the bonds we have to understand. Okay, so in there are already we have discussed previously that organic compounds and inorganic compounds are classified according to their two types of the bond. Maybe uh, one of the bond is give you the name ionic bond. Okay, so we are and now we are going generalizing. We are also considering the kinds of this ionic bond. So already we have discussed how the ionic bonds, the compounds are there. One of the scientists whose name is W. Cosell was the first person in that in the year 1916 he has given this bond. He discovered that some of the compounds are having such kind of bond. In the year 1916 he gave this kind of ionic bonds. Okay, so this actually came into the existence from 1916. And uske baad there is another scientist whose name is used to say covalent bond. तो बोलो covalent bond किसने डिस्कवर किया था?
Lewis?
Yes, scientist name is Lewis. So जैसे लुइस एसिड बेस थियरी है ना वो, तो उसका नाम है जीएन लुइस. जीएन लुइस was from the University of California. He discovered this covalent bond for the first time. You know how the covalent bond is there? It is because of the sharing of electron. One electron from oxygen, one electron from hydrogen, both comes with each other and they will make the bond. That way, this covalent bond is existing. Covalent bond is strong enough bond. It's not easy to break. Covalent bond is one of the strongest bond, as because of it is of the sharing of electrons. Okay. Then what are the examples? So if I wish to say the ionic bonds, it is present in sodium chloride, it is present in NaCl, it is present in uh, KCl, it is present in sodium fluoride, and so these all are examples of ionic bonds. If I wish to say the kinds of covalent bond, then maybe it is present in CH4, methane, it is present in methanol, it is present in ethanol, it is present in all whatsoever ethane, propane, isobutane. So all are having covalent bonds. Then we are having a smallest molecule, without which we cannot survive. Is also having covalent bond. Then many molecules such as ammonia and H3, that is also having a kind of covalent bond. Okay, so these are all the types of the structures where we can see the covalent bonds in those formulas. Fine. So I hope I am make you although you know all these things, but I am taking one chance to interact with you to introduce the basic terminology. If the basic terminologies are clear, then it is more good for us to proceed ahead. Now it comes to the chances for explanation for hybridization. तो हाइब्रिडाइजेशन क्या होता है? तो आप चले जाओ आपके बी फार्म सॉरी चले जाओ आप अपने 11th साइंस और 12th साइंस में 10th में भी आपको मे बी हाइब्रिडाइजेशन જેને ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો સંકરણ એ શીખવાડવામાં આવ્યું છે. Okay, so basically this is different types of orbitals which will combine with each other and will make orbitals which are having similar size, similar shape, and similar geometry. Okay, so they are having these kinds of geometrical structures. And so now several types of hybridizations are available, but one of the basic type of hybridization is tetrahedron. Right. So tetrahedron geometry, we have visited this. Okay, so we have visited these kinds of structures in, I mean to say, sp3 hybridized carbon. Okay, so generally sp3 hybridized carbons are having tetrahedron geometry. One carbon is there which is present at the center of tetrahedron, and likewise methane. So carbon is present at the center, hydrogen is present at the terminal of this. This is if we try to connect with all together, it will make kind of tetrahedron. Okay, तो ये तो आपने देखा ही होगा. So this is the way that hybridization can be in tetrahedral carbon. ગુજરાતીમાં જેને કહીએ તો ચતુષ્ફલકીય, having 4 sides. That's why it is called tetrahedral. Then it comes to another term which is called trigonal. Okay, and this trigonal is geometry hybridization, that is sp3. So sp3 hybridized carbon is tetrahedral carbon. थोड़ा बहुत मिस्टेक हो गया स्पेलिंग लिखने में, but kindly excuse that. And trigonal carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon. What is that? That is nothing but if a carbon is there and it is connected with other carbon through a carbon-carbon double bond, then it is geometry will be trigonal carbon. Suppose the bond angle is, let us say, 120 degrees. This bond angle up to here, that is 120 degrees. Okay, and that's why 120 degrees is usually called as trigonal. ये भी 120 है, then we will also have this one as 120. Here is this one is also 120, and this bond angle is also 120 plus 120 plus 120. So overall it will become 360. So this is the matter of fact for hybridization in null. Okay. Then it comes to the last one type after trigonal, that is diagonal. So gon means this, di means two, and it contains another term such as GONE. So GONE, gon stands for angle. So it is having twice two angles. Okay. Trigonal means having three angles: angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and trigonal, which is having basically 3 angles. diagonal, which means it is having two angles. So how these two angles? So one carbon is there, and it is connected with other carbon, but this time it is not double bond. This time it is with equal bond. So it is called as alkyne, right? The alkyne kind of compound is having the hybridization, which is called sp. So friends, here our bond angle is now shifted from 120 degree to बोलो को क्या होगा इसका आंसर? The
180.
friend,
180 degree.
very correct. So this time the bond angle is 180 degree. तो पूरा फ्लैट मॉलिक्यूल है, उसके इधर भी उधर पूरा मतलब 180 इधर है, नीचे जाओ तो दूसरा 180 है, टोटल हो गया 360 डिग्री. This way it is completely different bond angle. Tetrahedron, I forget to mention the bond angle. Sometimes people used to say 109. There are certain reference books which explain this as 109.5. उसके बाद भी कोई कोई ऐसा रेफरेंस बुक है जिसमें उनको इसको एक्सप्लेन किया है 108.5. So that is roughly around 108 to 9. I am not giving exact details. Some reference books are telling 108.5, other reference books are telling 109.5. So it is roughly around 108. બરાબર? જે 108 નંબર આપણે હોય છે ને એમ્બ્યુલન્સ બોલાવવા માટે, that is for this tetrahedral. Okay, so I could explain you people regarding this type of hybridization. Okay, so thoda sa bahut yaad rakh lo what kind of geometry and structure is there. You will come to know about their bond angles, geometry, and type of hybridization. Now the next topic, another subtopic we have to start, that is bond dissociation energy. Okay, so bond dissociation energy is one of the we want to learn. So what is called bond dissociation energy? This bond dissociation energy is also abbreviated as BD. उसको बोला गया है कि it is bond dissociation energy. So as the name suggests, it is a kind of energy which is required to break the bond. The energy which is required to dissociate the bond. Dissociate means, associate means જોડાવું, બંધાવું. Dissociate means તોડવું, ભંગાણ થવું. So that way, this breakdown, if a bond is there, so how much energy is required to break the bond? That is called bond dissociation energy. So it is the amount of energy which is required to break when a bond is formed or even when a bond is broken. So this much amount of energy is always liberated whenever a bond is formed or whenever a bond is broken. But friends, whenever a bond is formed, then certain amount of energy will be liberated. Means from the system, the energy will come to the surrounding. So the energy will liberate. If bond is broken, if already a bond is there and we want to break it, then will have to supply the energy from outermost side. That way, bond breaking is basically if it is bond forming, energy will be liberated. If it is bond breaking, then energy will be I mean to say we will have to require. So energy is required. This is the difference. When bond forming is there, energy will be liberated. Bond breaking is there, energy will be required. Okay, so depending upon this, there are several types of the reaction. You might have heard something called exothermic reaction. Okay, so what is exothermic reaction? That name suggests itself thermodynamic wise that bolo who wants to tell exothermic reaction?
Which
Anyone?
debate seat?
Yeah. So whenever certain reaction is there, and some amount of energy will be liberated into the environment or will be liberated into from the system. So that is what called exothermic heat. और उसमें all this delta H, which is considered enthalpy of the reaction. Delta H in this content always negative. So minus delta H for exothermic reaction. Okay, and if we are dealing with some another form of the reaction system, which is called endothermic reaction. So endothermic reaction is basically for those kinds of the compounds where we we will have to supply the energy from outside to the system. That's what it is called uh, endothermic reaction. For endothermic reaction, the delta H is always positive, right? So endothermic reaction for them, delta H is always positive. Okay, so with respect to bond dissociation energy, there are only two of the terms we need to understand. So that उसी में आता है थोड़ा बहुत सब टॉपिक जिसको बोलते हैं. What is called homolysis? Another term, what is called heterolysis. Okay, so homolysis. So there are two terms into that itself. One is called homo, other is called lysis. So homo means it is same. Lysis means it means breakdown. So homo means same. Lysis means breakdown. So this is same and this is lysis का मतलब है to liars. LYZ और उससे बना है lysis. So means to break down. Whenever there is a breakdown, so it will generate the same fragments. Okay. For example, I am opening some. I preferable for this. Just like we have A is an element that is connected with B. These are just representative symbol. A and B are nothing called elements. ABCD का A B दिया है. So just I can symbolize there are two atoms connected with each other through the bond. So if they undergo homolysis, if this is a bond which is a covalent bond formed by the sharing of electrons, then it will generate two fragments, fragment A and fragment B. Since there are two electrons, so A will receive one electron, B will also receive one electron. So this kind of breakdown that is called as homolysis. The generated species are having same fragments. જે બે ભાઈ હતા અથવા એક ભાઈ એક બેન અથવા બંને બેન એમની વચ્ચે ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન એ રીતે થાય કે જે કંઈ પણ ખાવા પીવાનો નાસ્તો પાણી હોય એ સરખો સરખો વહેંચાય. That is what called homolysis. Okay, so both the generated fragments will have single electron to each. So that is called homolysis. Now, in this category, there is something called another term that is called hetero. So this hetero, so friends, the meaning of this hetero means it is hetero का मतलब है it is not same, it is not homo, opposite to homo, hence it is different or dissimilar, non-similar or may not be same. So different breakdowns. So in that case, if we have, let us say, for example, A and B, so both will undergo, if they are connected through a covalent bond, then if they undergo breakdown, then after breakdown, A will have kind of positive charge, B will have negative charge. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है ना? This is actually I am explaining with the help of this whiteboard and much easily, so that you can understand the concept without missing the basics. इस केस में क्या होगा कि one electron will be with V, not only that, another electron will be also with that. Then these two electrons, both the electrons will be with E. दो लोगों की फ्रेंडशिप थी, ए और बी की, दो ब्रदर की, दो सिस्टर की, ब्रदर सिस्टर की, तो एक भाई पूरा सब कुछ लेके चला गया, दूसरे भाई दूसरे बहन को कुछ नहीं मिला। ठीक, तो दिस वे एक पार्टनर सारा सब कुछ लेके भाग गया चोरी करके, दूसरे को कुछ नहीं मिला, तो जिसको सब कुछ मिला उसके पास नेगेटिव चार्ज आया, जिसको कुछ नहीं मिला उसके पास पॉजिटिव चार्ज। So it is a positive का meaning है deficiency और negative का meaning है it is somehow depth. Depth એટલે જેને ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો room. હું કોઈની પાસેથી પૈસા લઈ આવું 1 કરોડ રૂપિયા 10 કરોડ રૂપિયા, મારી પાસે ઋણ આવે કારણ મારી મેં બીજાના લઈ લીધા છે, બીજાએ ગુમાવેલા છે, ગુમાવેલા મીન્સ મારા એન્ડમાં તો આપવાના જ છે, so that I will have neutralization. Okay, so that way this homolysis and heterolysis are the two concepts which we have to study. So hetero means different and lysis means breakdown. Okay, so considering this, all these concepts of I wish to discuss with all of you people regarding this, and that we have. So in coming class from here onwards, we will learn the new topic what is called polarity of the bonds. So we have started our organic chemistry slowly by doing such topics. So now we shall next in our coming class we will discuss what is called the polarity of several types of the bonds. Okay, so let us stop up to this, and thank you everyone. Thank you so much.